Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for another edition of our home workout routines. Today's going to be a pretty advanced move, very challenging exercise routine, a lot of standing and kind of advanced moves. So if you're new to this, start without any weight and go slow. You can try it out, and if it's a little much, then maybe this isn't the video for you, but you never know until you try. So give it a shot, see how you feel. And again, like with everything, take your time, go easy, don't rush, do what you can. First move is a goblet squat. So we're going to hold on to a dumbbell or even a kettlebell, and you're going to hold on to it right in front of your chest. You're going to situate yourself in front of a chair. Okay, so we're standing tall, we're holding onto the weight with two hands, one weight with two hands in front of the chest. And you're going to squat. You're going to sit all the way down, all the way up. Push the hips back, stand. All right? Force the weight onto your heels, push your hips back, light touch with the bum on the chair. Now, if this is difficult, maybe just a little half a squat. All right? Pushing your hips back just a little. All right? So you're doing what you can, right? You're still forcing those hips to go backwards, right, as you try to sit down, keeping the weight on the heels, thinking about your core, right? Suck in the stomach and continue with the squat. All right, so now we're going to move on. So we're going to do a dumbbell swing. So you're holding on to the weight with one arm, and you're going to develop a swinging motion utilizing your hips and your upper body, right? So it's a lot of hips. I am bending forward at the waist, right? So I bow forward, and as I bend forward, that weight travels underneath and in between my legs. Now I'm just changing direction and moving so you can see two views, the front view and a side view, right? Whatever you do with your free arm is totally fine. But you just have to remember the knees remain bent slightly, just a little, and we're bowing, again, from the hips. Push out the hips as the weight comes down. Bring the hips forward as the weight comes up and forward. So you're using your hips to help you generate that movement, right? So you want to think of a swing, like a pendulum, going back and forth with the weight, right? Same thing, swinging back and forth. That's what you're trying to develop with the arm, right? And the weight in that hand, creating that pendulum swinging movement, right? Pushing the hips back, keeping the weight on the heels. You can totally do this move while you're holding onto a ledge, right? So if you have something to hold onto at your side, it can help you to balance. Right, you can hold on to a strong and sturdy surface with your free arm if you don't feel comfortable with this move. Right, so there's options. Again, think about your core. Keep that posture tall. Or if you're trying to look straight ahead. All right, moving on. So you're going to have a seat in your chair. So this is going to be like kind of a half of a front view, half of a side view. Russian twist. So you lean back. Legs are straight, arms are holding on, and then you're holding on with two hands to one weight, and we twist, turning from the waist. Turn, rotate, twist, turn your body, rotate that body. All right, so we're turning from the waist, thinking about your arms going back towards your chair. Right, and if you have armrests in your chair, you want to think about getting those elbows up and above those armrests. Think about your core. Suck in the stomach. And stop. Okay, so now from here, we're going to do thrusters. So you're going to do it with two dumbbells. So you can hold on with two dumbbells, or you can do one dumbbell I'm going to demonstrate with one dumbbell, but if you have two, you can use two, and there's going to be one in each hand. So you're going to situate yourself right in front of the chair again. Squat, press, come right back down. Squat, press, right back down. Squat, press, squat, press. If it's tough to do the pressing, maybe you're just coming up a little. Again, if the squatting is too much and you can't go all the way down, then you're coming down halfway. And if you can't press all the way up, then you're just pressing up as high as you can. Right? So it's okay. You can figure it out and do shorter ranges of motion for the lower move or the lower body move and then the upper body move. So you can figure it out. Okay, moving on. Burpees. You are going to learn or do burpees. Okay, so we're going to come down, out, out, in. Hands up. Grab the chair. Out, out, in with the legs. Hands up at the top. Grab the chair, kick out the feet, or you can do 2 feet at the same time. Right? You can even grab a little lower on the chair and kick out the feet at the same time. Or you can grab low on the chair and then do your one leg at a time. Out, out, in. That's totally fine as well. Right? Hands down, straight body, reach. Hands down, straight legs, one at a time, reach. Right? Or you're doing the fast version, quick feet, out and in. So you have options, okay? Moving on, jumping jacks. So you have options for these as well. If you can, full range, jumping jacks. If you can't do those, hold on to your chair and watch my feet. I'm holding onto the chair, but just my feet go out and in. So this is an alternative to the jumping jacks. If you can't quite do the upper body movement, this is how you do the lower body movement with the chair. If you don't want the chair, but you want to do just the lower body, then do this. And if that is tough, then you're just going out, out, in. 2 feet. Right, moving out one at a time, of course. And you're just working on a little agility, foot speed, coordination there. So you have options, right? You can make things work, right? Out, out, in. It's all relative. It all works, okay? So now we're going to do a modified single leg Romanian deadlift. So what you're going to do is you're going to balance. And as you come down, you're going to grab the chair and bring the leg up and start over. Or you can have the high end of the chair facing you the whole time. And you can just do a little modification here where you're holding onto the high end of the chair. You're bending forward as that other leg comes up. And the challenge is to try to get your leg and your spine parallel to the floor, bending forward from the waist. I'm not bending my knee much, just a little, just enough to support me. So now we do the other leg, same thing, right? So you're balancing on one leg. You can start with that other leg that's going to start moving up and down, extend it out, and we bend forward from the waist, right? Strong core, nice and easy. You're going to keep moving, keep working. Almost there. So remember to continue to bend forward as that leg comes up, and we take a little breather and we start over. So now we're going to move on back to the beginning. So you're going to grab your dumbbell or kettlebell, And we're on to the goblet squats again. So we're gonna move pretty quickly from exercise to exercise on this. Very short breaks. If you need to pause the video, take a break, get some water, no problem. But for the sake of the video and recording time, we're just gonna keep pushing through and moving. And if you can keep up, great. If not, don't worry about it. No big deal. Don't judge yourselves. You do what you can. You take your breaks as needed. So remember, we did this one already. You can modify, right? If you can't sit all the way down, maybe you're coming down halfway. You're still working. You're still working your legs, even though you're not doing the full range of motion. All right, swings. So remember, we're building that momentum, right? Swinging the weight in between the legs. Strong core, bending forward from the waist. Sucking the stomach, right? That weight's traveling in between the legs. As you bend forward, the weight comes down. As the weight comes up, the hips move forward. So a lot of hip action. Force the hips out, then forward. And that movement through the hips is giving you that momentum in the arm. So you really got to think about those hips going out and forward. Out with the bum, in. Out, in. Out, in. And time. So now we're going to do the other side. So we switch hands with the weight. Develop that hinge from the waist. All right, bending forward from the hips. Flat back. Right, I have my hand against my lower back so that I can feel what's happening in my spine, my lower spine, and I can make sure that I'm not bowing, or I should say bending and rounding my lower back. Straight spine, chest up, flat back. Keep that weight traveling in between the legs. Strong core, tight tummy. And stop. Okay, Russian twist. So we're sitting down. Legs are fully extended out in front of you. Holding on to the weight in front of the chest. Leaning back. Arms are bent and out to the side. And we rotate. Legs are straight out in front of you. Remember, you're leaning back, but don't let your body touch the chair. And we rotate. Twisting from the waist. If it starts to hurt your lower back, sit a little taller, right? So you just sit taller, and you're not leaning back as much. That'll help your lower back. And you're just twisting, turning, rotating, shifting that weight from one side of the body to the other side of the body, but the weight remains close to the chest. But it is traveling to the outside, then to the outside, to the outside, to the outside. Okay, moving on. Thrusters. Either 1 or 2 dumbbells. You're doing a squat, then a shoulder press. So I'm going to demonstrate with 2 hands holding on to 1 dumbbell. You squat, press. Bring the weight down, sit down, stand, press. Squat, stand and press. Squat, stand and press. And again, if this is tough, maybe with the arms or the legs or both, you modify, right? You can't quite squat all the way, you can't quite reach up all the way, then you're right in the middle, doing what you can. Still sucking in the stomach to help you with your balance, bending the knees and pushing the hips back. All right, burpees. Again, we can modify here. Everyone knows what you can do. We did it a practice round, right? We did a practice round. Hands on the chair, out, and in. That's very basic. We stand up and reach up. Out, and in. Reach. Hands on the chair, kick out the feet, one at a time. Reach. A little more advanced will be to keep the hands high and those legs going out at the same time and coming back in at the same time. And then a little more challenging would be grabbing lower on the chair and still using 2 feet at the same time. And stop. Good job. All right. Jumping jacks. So you have options for these. Remember, we practiced. You can do out and in, or 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Try to remember to switch which leg comes out first. So that's a little tricky. Most likely, you're going to want to dominate with your strong side. All right. So we have options. If you can't do the full-on jumping jacks, then you're holding onto a chair and doing your half jacks, right? Half jacks with the chair assisting you. You don't want the chair, but you can't do the arms for whatever reason, then you're here. And if you can't do the jumping, but you don't want the chair, then you're here. So figure it out, make modifications, do what you can, don't judge yourself. Keep working. Keep moving, really. All we're trying to do is create constant movement. Romanian deadlifts. I don't like saying the deadlift word, but why they called it that, I don't know. But single leg, remember as we come down, the leg comes up. And you can grab the chair or hold on to a chair the whole time. Totally up to you based on your balance, based on your ability. All right, so we bend forward. Bring the chest down as the leg comes up. Strong core. All right. Try to coordinate so that you get the leg and the spine parallel to the floor. That is the challenge. This is parallel right there, bending at the waist. That bottom leg, that stable leg, the standing leg, the knee is bent a little. So now we're going to do the other side. So the knee's bent slightly, bending forward from the hips. Bring the chest down and the leg up. Think about your core. Nice and easy. Take your time. Control. Almost there. One more. All right, back to the beginning. So if you need a break, get your break, pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to keep working. Goblet squat, that first move we did, holding onto the weight with 2 hands, standing right in front of your chair. We're going to squat, bring that bum right to the chair, and then stand up. Think about that stomach, right? Pull in the tummy. Flex your core. Feel the weight on the heels. Keep the chest up and your gaze forward. Strong core, suck in the stomach. This is our last round. So make it challenging for yourself, but also safe. All right, so keep going, one more, and then we're gonna get into our swings. Okay, so switch the weight into one hand, start to get ready and start your swinging. And here we go. Remember, we're bending forward from the waist, keeping that flat, low back, just a little bend in your knees. Strong core. Flat back, keep the weight on your heels. Again, keeping the chest up and your gaze forward. Don't look down at the ground. Look straight ahead. Chest up. Strong stomach. All right. Other arm. Same thing. Other arm. All right. Here we go. Get ready. Get set and go. Strong core. All right. Keep that posture straight. Your spine. Tummy strong. Bending forward from the waist. Remember, I'm shifting and turning only to give you two views, a front view and a side view. You don't need to do that moving like I'm doing. All right, so strong core. Almost there. Almost there. Keep moving on the heels, bending forward from the waist. One more. And time. All right, Russian twist. Sitting down, holding onto the weight. Legs are straight out in front of you. Weight is close to your chest. Elbows are out to the side. Holding onto the weight with two hands. We're leaning backwards and we're rotating from the waist. Turning your body. You're trying to turn your chest to face to the left. Turn your chest to face to the right. And so you're trying to really twist and look almost as if you're trying to look behind your chair, but you can't move your neck. So what do? You have to turn and twist with your torso, right? Because your neck, say for example, your neck can't move, you can't turn and look over your shoulder, you can't really move your chin too far away from that front part of your body around the throat. So that means you have to turn and twist to look. Turn and twist to look behind you. One more. And time. Okay. Thrusters. Holding onto the weight, either one or two dumbbells, but we're squatting, and then we stand and press. Squat, stand and press. Squat, stand and press. And you're modifying, doing what you can. Maybe you're doing a little half squat and a little half press, right? Or maybe you're just doing half squats again, which is fine, not a problem. So you're doing what you can, right? You can make modifications. You can figure out what you can and cannot do, as long as you're moving. Don't judge yourself. Do what you can. Almost there. Keep working. Strong core. And time. Burpees. Using your chair. Remember the modifications for the burpees. You can start tall. Out, out, in, reach. Or starting tall with both feet. Right? Out, in, reach. Out, in, reach. Or you can grab low on your chair and do both feet. Or you can even grab low and do the one leg at a time. That's also an option. So there's an option for everything. Try to keep working. Try to keep moving. That's all we're trying to do. Create movement. Doing what you can. Testing your body out. Seeing what works and what doesn't. One more. All right, we are almost done. Half jacks. So, or jumping jacks, right? If you can do full on jumping jacks, great. If not, you're here. If that's too much, one at a time. Try to switch which leg comes out first as well, if you're doing the one leg at a time. And if you need the chair, you know the option there. You're right behind the chair, the tall end of your chair, and you're doing both feet quickly, or you're doing the out, out, in behind your chair. So no excuses, we can make things work. Modification for everything. Keep moving. Do what you can. And then at the end, do a jump, twist. I'm just kidding. I'm only teasing. All right. 2 moves. Well, 1 move left and right side, but 2 more sets. Single leg, RDLs. We bend forward, bring the leg up, right? So as we bow from the waist, we pick up that other leg. The challenge, again, straight line, parallel to the floor. That is the goal. But if you're not quite there, that's okay. Maybe you're just kind of halfway forward and halfway up with the leg. That's fine too. Don't worry about it. Just get the movement going. The hips. A lot of hip action. A lot of balancing. Think about your core. You're getting a little bit of hamstring and glute work with the leg that's lifting up in the air towards the ceiling. All right, 1 more. All right. Other leg. We are almost done, ladies and gents. Last one. Move over to the other leg now. Get prepared. And go ahead and bring the chest down as you bring the leg up. Still thinking about your core. Take your time. Don't rush. You do what you can. Remember? It's not a race, it's not a contest. Do what you can. No judgments. Just you and I, working out. In the comfort of our own home. Almost there. One more, and stop. Good job. Bravo. Let me finish with all the music and the timers. Great job. Bravo. All done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said with that video, if it was a little too much, but doable, you were able to do it, but it was very, very challenging. Slow things down, maybe reduce the weight, take breaks as needed. If that video was pretty easy for you and you were able to keep up, perhaps you need a little bit more weight, a quicker transition time, and don't go ahead and wait for me to get started. Immediately transition into the next move so your breaks are short. So there's ways to make it harder for everyone, right? So again, don't judge yourselves. You do what you can. You're making it work. Again, thank you for joining me. Stay healthy, stay fit, stay strong, stay active, stay positive. I know it's hard with the current living conditions, but we're going to get through this. It's going to take some time to get back to what a new normal is going to be, but we're going to get there eventually. It's only temporary. That's what I've been telling everyone. It's temporary. Might be a long kind of a temporary, but we'll get back to normal within the next several months, hopefully sooner than that. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.